Wrong.
I'm not upset
Here's the
about
thing,
it.
I
just
even
think
considered
it's funny.
going, I even considered, only pushing it to, 2 to 3 hours and then, only running a short game. I still might run a short game, it's just I'm not confident that it'll end.
end, yeah. Like, no matter
Yeah.
what, I'm going to bed at, like, what, 7 or 8?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, like, look at my own schedule. I make my schedule for me, and I guess it's good for other people, too.
It's very good for me in particular.
But yeah, I guess I'll be going to bed at 8.
Chat, can you say some words to see if chat will pop up on screen for me?
I'll say some words.
Addie, can you? Oh yeah, you've also not clicked the shared chat button.
Oh, you know.
It helps. It helps when you do that.
It does. Sorry,
Can you type some words in these trying times? I realize I can also do this.
How's that?
Great news, it has not fucking appeared. Oh, it's because it's behind my background. Here we go.
I was like, it's still, I mean, like, it's in the chat for me. Yours is too. Okay. I love words.
I do love words and yapping.
And yapping. And yapping and yipping.
And for once, chat gets to be on screen. They never get this. They lost this privilege years ago.
There's a reason.
Well, year ago.
They know what they did.
I don't even really think they did anything. I just didn't have room for it. And it was disrupting the continuity on some things.
Well, for me, I don't trust chat. I don't trust you guys.
I also don't trust chat.
The only time you're allowed on screen is when you get to talk to my mom on the TV.
Oh, a staircase. Wow. Oh yeah, you guys did make a staircase.
Who made a staircase?
With the chat bubbles, it was going up, because it was shorter messages and then longer ones. So it was just going boop, 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 boop. It was lengthening. Blah, 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 blah.
I think that this is gonna be pretty fast.
You know,
basically
you can say that.
Done. I say that, and then 2 hours will pass and it won't be done, so that's how it is. But yeah, the firstest question. What is your favorite animation?
Hatsune Miku.
Huh. I don't know how to respond to that. Because it's not wrong. Like, I guess she is an animation.
She's animated.
She is animated. Yeah, no, I was like, that's why I was like, I don't, you know, this is not the answer I was expecting, but it's not wrong. I was gonna be like, which one? But I'm like, she has animated music videos, but she just is animated. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, she's just the guy.
No, you're right. That's kind of... I've been caught off guard.
Here's the thing. I was also not expecting me to say what I said.
Okay.
I came into this 0% prepared. The only thing I can think about is Hatsune Miku, however, just as like a person.
Yeah.
As a person with hopes and dreams, I love Hatsune Miku.
I love Hatsune Miku. There's nothing to dislike about Hatsune Miku.
There isn't.
But yeah. She's the animated.
She
does a lot.
She's multifaceted, multi-talented queen.
Yeah. Love her. I think if she's doing or maybe maybe not. I thought she was doing a collab with like I know she just recently did a collab with like Gundam, but I thought she was already doing another one.
Not that I'm super aware of. I mostly keep up with her concert appearances, which is admittedly not anime. Like, she's animated. Everything she does is animation.
Right.
I was gonna say her concerts aren't animated because like people go to them, but she's critically an anime girl. She's up on her stupid. She's trapped in her black fucking void. They won't let her out, and
Like
she's dancing, which is animated. I
Who's her?
hate her stupid fucking void.
For a background,
Yeah.
they could.
I think they should put her on like a smaller stage. Like make the screen like actually horizontal. Make it look like a stage and put it up on the stage. At least that's funny. Because it's like, I understand that it's probably more expensive. And I think that there was a concern about the hologram not looking good on other angles. But it's like such cool technology and it's so innovative. And I've not seen it used for anything else outside of like the Vocaloid projects. Like, this is like animation adjacent, right? But it's like, it's still like such cool shit. And they're not doing it because they're cowards.
Yeah, I think it would be expensive, but I think what they could do, which would be cool, is like, you know how they use like big ass giant TVs for the backdrops of like Mandalorian?
I have not seen Mandalorian.
I've not seen Mandalorian, I only know this fact. So instead of using like green screens or like on-site like filming, like sets and stuff, they use like, saying that they use TVs is probably slightly inaccurate, but they used like a screen of some sort, and they had like real-time, like I'm pretty sure it was in like Unreal Engine, like moving shit around around the actors, so the actors could see stuff as it was happening, and also
as opposed to them just pretending they can see.
And then it would also like create the correct lighting instead of having to do like all of the like post composition. I mean, I'm sure they still had like post, but it made the lighting feel more real. It was like practical effects adjacent. And I think they could do that with Miku.
Yeah, for sure. There's so much they could do with her.
And then they could do the crazy TVs, but it's probably really expensive.
But my thing is also, like, Miku Expo, that's, like, you're only kind of there for one thing. Like, it's not an expensive event to put on. Like, you have to hire the staff and everything, but you don't have to pay the performer because she's not a person. Like, I do think she has, like, a backup band for most of it. I don't know if that's universal. I don't think that the band tours with her. I think they have, like, a set band for each place. Or at least I think that's how they did it in one year. I can't speak for what they're doing this last year because I didn't go. I'm sad. I had a ticket and I wasn't able to attend. I just wasted $200.
No.
Because it was like because I ended up having to move very suddenly, which but I had work at like my brand new job, and so I couldn't just like take off to be like, hey, listen, I've had this ticket for like over a year now. Please let me go.
I mean,
but yeah, like basically like in comparison to other idols of her size and of her scale, like it's so much cheaper to put on Miku Expo than like a concert tour like that. Like, there's no reason why that, like, the saved money that's not going to paying Miku can't go towards upgrading Miku technology.
Yeah, it could. But then there wouldn't be as many profits.
Yeah. I think they're still doing the holograms in Japan, aren't they?
Surely. I mean, they're still doing the holograms and stuff. They just didn't do the ones that whenever they did in the US because they're little assholes. I really don't know why that was the decision, and I remember that everyone was pissed about it.
Yeah, I think what it is they're just like they're like underestimating the American market because they want to be like really conservative because I feel like they think that like each time it's going to be like, okay, well this is the last Miku event that we're going to put on because the Americans are going to get sick of it.
No,
Which is simply not the case. But, like I
loves-
remember, I'm reminded of when Miku went on. I think it was Jimmy Kimmel. Like it was one of the SNL like late night talk shows. She went on back in like 20 or the early 2010s. She went on like Jimmy Kimmel or something like that, or Jon Stewart, something.
One of them
But they
hoes.
had her singing an English song back before her voice bank was really like well voiced in like able to be tuned really well to American music.
Yeah.
Or like English speaking music. So it just sounded really bad. And I think they were just thinking like, oh yeah, Americans, they would rather have something bad in English than something good in Japanese. Which I mean, I think like maybe they're not wrong about that, especially for like a late night audience that doesn't know anything about it. But it is disheartening when that attitude is carried over to people that are like the most diehard Miku fans.
Right.
Also, hello, Bananya.
Hi, Bananya. There's Mormlin.
Marmlin.
Mormlin. Having to redraw Alfie because I forgot to save Smile.
Just because I'm so cool, I deserve 2 drawings.
I agree. But
there's a bug on my desk. Did you want me to re-answer the question in a way you were more prepared for, though?
No. If that's your answer, that's what I want.
I simply like Miku.
I think, I mean, like I said, that wasn't the answer I was expecting, but that was your answer, and that's what I wanted. But yeah, no, I mean, that's definitely true. And she's like super diverse, and she's animated in multiple different mediums.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Miku really is just a celebration of animation in and of herself, and also music.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Yeah, I feel like she's like a really good encapsulation of like art and music and animation and technology. Like she's at the forefront of all of these things. She's 18 years old. Like she's been around for so long and she's seen so many different like her like characterization and like the concept of her has lived on for like so much longer than so many other like forms of digital media.
It's true.
I just think it's neat.
Not waked up. I am already awake.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. I'm not woken up. If you could bibbity bobbity make me wake up, that would be. If you could wake me up inside.
Can't wake up. Wake me up inside.
Wake.
Oh, my name.
I can't believe Bunny's making me sign up for Last FM.
For what?
Last FM. It's like Spotify but worse, I think.
Oh no.
Why am I on Bing right now?
These are questions.
Bunny told me to get this co-working widget that like Bunny tried and didn't like, and Bunny was like, "You should use it though," but it wants me to sign up for.
Didn't like it.
Not Spotify.
I don't even want to sign up for Spotify, so.
I also wish I hadn't ever signed up for Spotify.
I just would never use it. I don't really.
What do you mean Alfie Beat isn't available? Do I have an account? I refuse to believe there's another Alfie Beat. Sorry, this is unrelated to the podcast.
Who the fuck is impersonating me right now? Like, who's trying to be Alfie? Kids.
An Alfie Beat imposter is very relevant to the podcast. I don't, unless it's animation, unless it's an animated imposter. I don't know her. That was you, Banana. First, you don't tweet about the horrible YouTubers to get me canceled, and now you steal my Last FM account.
He's a multifaceted life ruiner.
What did I even give you my Twitter password for?
Yeah, you can have my Twitter password, but I don't know what it is, so.
I was about to ask if you have a Twitter. I know you have a Twitter.
Follow me on Twitter. If not, that's okay, I understand.
Did you have any more questions?
Yes, there are many more questions. I think the next question is, what is your most recently watched thing that you have enjoyed? That you would like to talk of?
I just rewatched the American Ghost Stories dub.
Oh. How did you like it?
I know I watched... I liked some parts of it. There was a lot of it that really made me go, damn, this was dubbed by old people, because I don't understand dick of what they're saying.
Oh, damn.
They make like media references and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this is. And then I look it up and it's like, this stopped being produced in 1995. And I'm like, cool, I wasn't born yet.
I mean, to be fair, didn't Ghost Stories come out like... Oh, actually...
Yeah, it's like 20 years old at this point. Not quite 20 years old, the dub, but yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, I was like, I mean,
it was just also made by a bunch of people in their 40s.
Yeah, I was like, it probably was number one voiced by people who were older, and then also like came out around time when those references were probably more relevant.
Yeah. I think at one point they made a Friends reference, and I'm like, ugh, you're old.
I have never in all of my days seen Friends. My cousin...
Anything of Friends I've seen has been against my will.
My cousin loves Friends, and I don't not know nothing. I only know the shit that she has, like, quoted from it. And I don't even necessarily know if it's from Friends. I just assumed that it was.
Yeah. There was something else that I watched recently that I started watching and I didn't finish. I don't remember what it was though, and it's gonna drive me crazy.
What was it about?
It was an anime about people.
Ooh.
I was really paying so much attention.
Seems like you liked it a lot.
Yeah. Mostly I just remember repeatedly falling asleep.
Damn.
The fuck was I watching? Oh, I rewatched Ouran Host Club recently. Also, some of it doesn't age well, but in hysterical ways.
Yeah, I haven't seen Ouran High School Host Club in a while. I just remember liking it, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, they definitely... I do recall them saying some words. I do remember that. I'm just like, oh.
I learned recently that in the dub they made Haruhi's dad not bisexual. And I don't understand why, because they kept him as a cross-dresser. So I'm like, why is one of those things okay and one of them's not?
I watched the dub. Or not the dub, the sub. The sub is, and I guess the manga.
I watched the sub as a kid and then the dub as an adult. And I'm like, huh. This is less gay. And yet it has more slurs.
It is less gay with more slurs. I think that in Japanese, they don't call him the slur. They just say that, like, they just say that he's a homo, if I recall. They're just like, oh, it's a gay. And he's like, I'm not gay, I'm bi. And they're like, oh, okay. If I recall correctly, because I remember, I remember specifically them saying homoda. I was like,
I do remember homoda.
Homoda.
Homoda fucking insane.
Because I remember thinking it was so funny. I was like, oh, okay. They just are like, that's just it. Just homoda.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Homoda. Yeah. That's the word.
I did think that was very funny. So I remembered it.
There's also a couple of points in the show where, like, as a teenager, it's like I'm allowed to pick favorites, and like, oh, this is my favorite little boy. It was Kyoya. Of course, it was Kyoya. Of
Is
course.
Kyoya the glasses one?
Yeah, Kyoya's the fucking dweeb ass nerd motherfucker.
Little fucking.
Of course, I had a fucking smug jackass. Yeah.
My favorite smug.
Now
jackass.
as an adult, I'm like, you're all children and you're all insufferable.
I mean, yeah, they're children.
Yeah, there's also a couple of parts where like adults are talking about the adults are kind of sexualizing the children in a way that, again, as a teenager, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. These are people like in their 20s or whatever. It's basically the same. And now as someone in my 20s, I'm like, I want all of these people dead.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to. I do not remember. I don't remember shit. Adults are sexualizing the children, and yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I love animation.
I love animation too. That has nothing to do with the previous statement.
Animation has no problematic through lines.
As a concept, no.
As a concept, no. As an industry,
yeah. As an industry, yeah, there's some problems there. But yeah, it's.
You can clip this. Do it, bitch.
Do what?
My
bitch?
request was aborted. That's not legal in this country anymore. I'm still fighting with my last FM. Oh, now it'll let me in. I have Alfie B. It's me. I'm the one that stole my account name.
I thought that might be the case, but because I'm like, who the fuck is doing that? Unless they did it literally just to spite you. Don't clip this.
I love this was step
out
one
of context.
in a 7-step process to get this widget Bunny wants me to get.
Ay, Dios mío. I mean,
I'm tempted to ask my wife. Yeah, I'll get it.
Fair enough.
I'm very tempted to go ask Robin what the hell we were watching, because I don't know why I don't remember. I know we were watching Arcane. I know we didn't finish that.
On Netflix?
Hey, wife! I'm gonna ask her.
Okie dokie. The Adventures of Pee and Pooh on Netflix. You know him.
My love. What anime were we watching? Like before or after Ghost? No, aside from Ghost Stories, we were watching something else. We weren't not Arcane. No, not that one. I already talked about that one. I swore there was something we had started to watch. The animated. There were people.
That's what I heard.
No problem. This is what that's what I've told Hero. We were watching it on my iPad. Yeah, I know you watched Freerun. I've still not watched it. Freerun. It looks so good. Yeah, Freerun broke. I don't know. Clearly, I didn't like it that much.
You can name nothing about it aside from it had people in it.
It had people. I assume it had people.
You assume? You don't even know?
I know it was on like Hulu. Or kill yourself. I fucking love that so much.
That clip is crazy.
I feel like I've seen enough of Freerun where I've seen enough of like shorts with that one song overlaid that it basically means I've seen the show.
Like I saw it.
Yeah, I've seen enough video essays on the Apothecary Diaries to have basically seen the show.
I have not. I don't know shit about the Apothecary Diaries, but I also don't watch shorts, and I also don't watch anything.
That's fair. I think it's a better manga than it is an anime, but as an anime, it's cute. As always, I feel like I like the premise of shows like that more than I end up liking the actual show. Because it's like the idea of like, hey, you're forced to be like a concubine's assistant, but then it turns out you're so hyper fixated on poisons that you become a poison taster for the royal capital, and like you have to keep your fucking head down or get your head cut off is like such a cool premise. And then it's like you watch the show and it's like, oh, she has little kitty ears when she's being silly, and she like, it's just like all of the tension kind of gets removed.
Yeah. Like, we're gonna take this really crazy concept and we're gonna make it a silly slice of life comedy.
Yeah, because like that one's like a rom-com. Like, it does have dark elements to it, but it doesn't really stick the landing from what I've seen.
Gotcha. My sibling watched it on Netflix, and I know this because I went on my Netflix and it said continue watching, and I was like, that bitch watching Apothecary Diaries. And then I called my mom, and then my sibling was like yelling in the background like, wait, did you need to watch Apothecary Diaries? And I'm like, okay. I bish.
If he was like, oh,
I think I hate. That's not true. I was like, I don't know that I'm a romance person. I feel like conceptually I like it, but I'm also like, shows about romance and typically like romantic plot points usually end up being like my least favorite things about. And it depends. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that's very cute.
No, I get that. I agree with Addie when Addie's like, oh, I would rather read about animation read about romance than like watch it, because I want to skip past all the cringe parts. I just want to be able to like close my eyes and just ignore them.
I almost would like, I guess it depends on what it is. Sometimes I think that the cringe parts are endearing, because I'm like, yeah, you get like super flustered and embarrassed, and then you do something stupid, and I'm like, that makes sense. But then sometimes I'm like, no, this is just creating drama for no reason, and I think that is dumb.
Yeah.
Like 25 chapters of longing and getting to know each other. WLW only. But yeah.
I tend to get annoyed once the show ends as soon as they get together, because I'm like, why did I spend time with you? I want to see you dating. I want to see you go to a little movie theater and share popcorn.
I think it depends what it is. Because like Shunibyo, which isn't really like much about the romance, but once they like got together and had season 2, I'm like, there was no need for a season 2.
Yeah, like it does lose the tension because there's like, no overarching like problem.
Yeah, because the problem is that she's Chuni.
And he's a Byo.
And he's the Byo. That is true.
Heard someone say once a romance is a boring enough genre on its own because there isn't enough going on to carry a story, and that it's better for there to be a mystery with romance subplot or an action with a romance subplot. Yeah. Agreed. But then I get annoyed because then the romance takes up too much time, and I'm like, I don't care about this. Get out of my romance. Get out of my mystery.
Hope Lyoko. That's crazy.
The only tweets that I've made on my own Twitter account have been about the Pope. And one of them was about Luca.
No, you were like, I thought that was Banana.
No, that was me.
That was you.
That was an Alfie original. I was locked in on the Pope
Alfie
shit.
Said, if I don't give a fuck about the Pope until Luca weighs in on it. I need to know their
what
opinion.
I love the best is that also technically wasn't an Elfie original because it was part of a conversation I was having in a group chat I'm in with a bunch of Catholics.
Oh.
So one of them said something like that, and I'm like, "Can I take that and post it?" And they're like, "No, it's so much funnier if a VTuber posts it."
That is funny. I will say I did. I doubted I doubted it was you, and it was only because you told me that Banana. I just assumed that Banana is just full hog on your Twitter account.
Yeah, no,
wrong.
Banana's pretty quiet after the first couple. I also
Wow.
posted about the geese because I saw the goose and I was like, I could pick that in a fight.
You're like, I can beat that bitch. I'll fight that little hoe.
Yeah, other highlights from that same conversation that I said and didn't tweet was if the Pope is woke, I'm converting. And then Born to Watch, and then I had to go to the bathroom in the middle of like watching the news with everybody, and I went Born to Watch the Pope, forced to go poop. Keep me Pope dated.
Pope dated. That's such a fantastic word.
Mm-hmm.
I feel blessed to have heard it.
Then he started talking in Italian. I just said, I don't understand a word he is saying. God bless. Amen.
Speak English, god damn it.
They transvestigated the Pope? What do you mean?
They transvestigated the Pope. Well, what did
Wait, unironically though, I was talking about that. I was talking about that in the group chat because I was talking about like, you know, if it was like 15 years earlier, I could totally like transition, not say anything to anybody, get baptized, become Pope, and then like reveal upon my death.
It's not too late.
I think it might be a bit too late. I'm a little too short.
Oh, I see what you mean. Nah, just you can be a short Pope. There's no height requirement to be Pope.
Shope.
Dope.
This is not about animation.
It can be if we animate it.
Can we animate the Pope? Wait, can we reanimate the Pope? Can we get the old one back?
I'm not the reanimator.
We have to like wait 3 days, right?
I don't have. I think it's been more than 3 days. It's been like at least a week.
Yeah. They have put a Pope corpse on trial.
Oh yeah, someone did make a...
Someone did do that.
That's dumb. That's not how that works. People are dumb.
I think they found him not guilty.
Not guilty?
Yeah, the corpse couldn't defend himself. Not guilty.
I mean, what would they do if it was guilty? Like, what?
Unpope him, maybe.
I mean, he dead. He was already dead.
It brings into concern the validity of his baptisms. If he was never the Pope. Because they wouldn't like remove his popeship, they would like make it so he was never the Pope. They were judging his eternal soul. They don't get to do that. That's Jesus's job.
that is not their job.
That is not their job.
I don't. They're like, sorry, we've spoken to God. We had the God trial, and we decided you're going to hell.
Yeah, God actually said God told us to tell you you're in hell right now. I'm sure you can tell if you look around and see all of the flames. You didn't make it up there, Chief.
Sorry, also, I don't know what you did, but you're in hell now.
Yeah, like surely the Pope does the most Hail Marys out of anybody. Surely that gets in the pass, regardless of anything.
I feel like if you're the Pope, you would get the pass. Like if the Pope can't get in with the Pope nepotism, I just don't think there's much of a hope for anyone else.
Pope. I need to turn off my tracking for a second to give Banana my Twitter password. I don't know. I deleted it. Now she needs it again. Write it down, girl.
God said it's my turn on the Xbox. The Pope gets to say the F slur? I didn't know that. Why?
Does he?
Do you like saloon doors?
Did like his tailor give him the pass?
His tailor.
His tailor's gay.
Are you sure?
Taylor is very famously an openly gay man. Because who else would care that much about these old men's stinky robes?
Very true. Good point, and well made.
I mean, it's also certainly not like they're gonna let a woman in that role.
Very true. I did not say that the Pope gets the pass, just so we're clear.
Yeah, I don't... Oh, I think I said he gets the pass into heaven.
Oh.
And it was misconstrued.
You were intentionally... Oh, frick. Like this... The line where I asked it to. Thanks.
Yeah, I can't see anything you're doing, I'm afraid.
It's okay. You know what it's gonna look like, because you've already seen it.
Yeah,
As has
other people have seen it too. I put it on my little schedule. There's an anime called Banania. Did you know this? Yeah.
I did not.
With tiny cats living inside bananas. Banania's lifelong dream to bathe in chocolate with all of his banana cat friends and to live his best life as he can in a normal household.
Very cute. I like this thing that you're saying.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of banana cats.
I've seen that, actually. The cat...
You like to twist my words like a yellow journalist? You're being racist now, Sherlock? I can twist it too, motherfucker.
You're being racist?
Can you say cunt on my Twitter? Yes.
I don't know. Can you spell it? Then you can say it, probably. Spelling is a lot harder than just saying words.
Can you cast spells?
My YouTube was never monetized in the first place. You have to, like, be consistently posting and posting things that are good for that to happen. But I do not do that because I'm too busy doing shit that I want to do and not doing shit that oh, fuck. Dude. No, I'm fucking it up. Just post child slop. The problem with posting child slop is that I have, like, standards, which is really getting in my way. Had I no standards, I would just throw the AI slop at it and see what happens. Cause don't nobody give a fuck. Shitty garbage. I'll be like a cat doing pee-pee poo-poo exercise, and then they'll just be like doing squats but shitting every time.
I've been muted for so long.
Oh, I thought you were just talking to Banana.
No, I was talking to the Banana. Yeah, Banana new banger dropped. Having a new pope made me realize something. Lewd tubers are fucking cringe. Keep your fucking clothes on, you weirdo cunts. For real, for real.
That's fucking awesome.
That's wild.
Hold on, I'm viewing.
I keep liking the tweets because they're not mine, and I'm like, yeah, I think that's funny.
I love that. Pretty sick. On paper, I don't really... I don't remember. I was just about to say on paper I have nothing wrong. Oh, the cat's doing Kegels. I was saying that if I didn't have standards, I would be like a YouTube slop person, and I would just do like AI garbage of like...
Oh, that's a different kind of lack of standards. Because I was like, my audience on YouTube is largely children, and they are largely annoying. But I still cater to them because they're my audience. And I figure eventually, if I just... Here's the thing, I used to be like, oh, I'll just stream enough Infinity Nikki and get an audience of women. Now Infinity Nikki's cancelled.
Why is Infinity Nikki canceled? What the fuck?
Because they went all money hungry. They did a whole bunch of shit bad in like the span of like a week, and now everyone's boycotting. Because basically they made all their shit more expensive, and they made it harder to get the shit if you're a free-to-play player.
Oof.
And yeah, saw a thumbnail saying like how to kill a game one update or something. Yeah. So they released an update that the first thing it did, it had an absolute banger opening cutscene. Like I really wish I was streaming, but I'm also glad I didn't because of all the bugs. Like it was unplayable. But like banger opening cutscene, and then they revealed this opening cutscene is replacing the old opening cutscene that everyone knew and loved, which has like major lore implications. So step one, piss off the girlies that care about the lore. Because they just retconned like everything up until this point doesn't matter. New timeline, motherfuckers. Anything you believed or cared about no longer exists. Don't ask any questions.
Okay, I won't.
Yeah, which is wild because it's only been a game out for 6 months. What do you mean you've written yourself that deep into a hole that you need an entire world reset to make up for it?
I thought that
like
people liked the lore or whatever. So like, how
people really liked the lore, yeah.
So
and it's not clear what all's been retconned. Like it's super ambiguous. But secondly, they added multiplayer, but it's super buggy and like regularly breaks your game. Thirdly, the update as a whole is super buggy, regularly breaks your game, especially if you're not on computer. Like PS5 players were having their entire like photo library deleted, like of all the photos they took with their friends and everything. Like in the game, which like photos being the entire point of the game, pretty much. It's a dress-up game where you take pictures and you share them with your friends. So that all went out the window. It's still not been fixed. PS5 players are still encouraged not to do anything. The quest line for the people that care about the future stories and the gameplay was bugged to the point where they were locking people out of like progressing to the next quests while they did hot fixes. Because like they started on like, okay, quest 1.1, like fix that. Okay, now you all can move on to 1.2, like the second part of this quest, and then it would just say like wait for more quests, even though like it was meant to all be out all at once. Yeah, and then they made the 5-star outfits, which are the outfits that you have, like it's the gacha elements. They made the luck on the gacha elements like twice as hard, and they made the entire outfit set, which is how you get like the abilities and everything, which is the real thing everyone's after. Like if you're a gameplay girly, you care about the abilities because they impact your gameplay. They increased the number of pieces you need to pull in order to have a complete set of outfit in order to use the outfit ability. It used to be it had a max of like 9 or 10. Now it's a max of 11. And half of the pieces you can't even see, like on the picture. Like they added a socks to a model that has like a floor-length dress. Like you can't see the socks at all. It was purely just to increase the price and increase the amount of money people have to pull. If you get super unlucky, you have to pay like I think $300 and something just for one dress in a video game.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And there's 2 different dresses. And they decrease the amount of like free to play like coins you can get, the diamonds, which you use to spend on the pulls. So now you like can't pretty much get entire outfit sets as a free to play player. Like usually you could get one, and then that would be like if you worked really hard and like spent all your coins on it, you could get one for each like 5-star season. Now it's like you're lucky if you get that. Like you have to be really lucky.
And that's really shit.
Yeah, so yeah, everyone's super pissed. And so they're like, hey, fuck you.
Like, I see. You hate me.
Once again, this is still not animation.
I mean, games are animation.
You know, this is true. It is all animated.
What I'm saying is, like, animation encompasses a lot of things. But, yeah.
Like Miku.
Like, I mean, Miku's not wrong. But, oh, that's right. Smash that like button. Get rid of that like button. Destroy that like button. We don't want that shit here. Smash it. Break it. Kick it in its little butt. But, what was the other? I had another question. Another question is, what is your least favorite animated feature?
Like, least favorite piece of anime I've ever seen? Or like piece of animation I've ever seen?
I was like, it can be, yeah, just like something that you're like, this shit sucks, it shouldn't exist, and I hate it.
Fuqua Girls is an easy one.
What
That's not
is-
how you say it. Um,
Oh,
Fukuona Girl.
yeah.
Boku no Pico is another easy one.
What's another easy one?
Boku no Pico.
Oh, yeah.
Like all the like inherently cursed ones.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of one that's not like morally bad that I just like a personal gripe. And also ones that aren't popular. Like I could talk about like hey, short art or line bad, like, but that's like 10 years old and nobody cares.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely hate Sword Art Online.
Mm.
Here's the thing: is like until you showed me that song, I didn't know that's what that this thing was called.
Huh.
The Fukuona Girl.
Yeah. Fukuona Girl, Fukuona Girl, if you wanna stay inside.
Yeah,
it's a good song.
It's a good song. I've been well aware of the like fucking if I guess it is. I don't know what exactly it is. I thought it was a video, but I've been...
You don't like watching a girl be stripped of her skin. It's specifically the before and after of the skin rending that I don't like.
I haven't seen it in so long. I saw it whenever I used to like be in the trenches of 4chan.
Yeah,
like, oh, okay.
that's when I first saw it, and then like because I saw it probably on Reddit, and then I rewatched it because of the song. So I was like, I've not seen it in a while. Let me look at it again. And it's definitely not as horrifying as when I was a child. But it is very much like, you know, she doesn't have to be a high schooler. She doesn't have to like have her intestines stay from that particular region. You know, like it's the parts that make it eroguro rather than just guro are the parts where I'm like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I definitely used to look at like the I used to look at a lot of like eroguro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It might just be because that's where I was. Yeah, I don't know.
But I'm trying to think.
I'm literally trying to find it now because I'm a heathen. I shouldn't be.
I really wish I had my anime list. Addie, do you know what your old Mal list is? Because I could use yours to find mine. I just don't remember what my username is.
You don't know what I'm talking about? I don't remember when I saw it. I feel like I was born with it in your head. There's a GIF on the internet of a girl getting like basically just like tortured on this like machine.
Yeah. Update, I found Addie, which means I might be able to find me. If I go to friends, all one. That's not me. Why aren't we friends?
Oof.
How dare you? How did you find yours? I looked up your old username. I know your old username more than I know mine. Is this mine? No, this isn't mine.
I found the ending part of it.
Like just last frame?
I guess so. Just like throwed up and then fell to the ground. I haven't seen it in so long that I just don't. I genuinely do not know what it even.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like if there's any other things that I genuinely dislike. I try not to dislike things.
I love disliking things.
Yeah, I mean, I love disliking things. I don't keep them in my head for very long. I don't let it linger.
That's true. I'm like, this shit sucks, and then I move on.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's definitely like cursed things, but I guess in my head, like when I'm like, I don't like this thing, I'm like, it's like shit that is like really like not necessarily like a controversial thing, just something that I'm like, I don't really like this. I don't.
Bro, I got hentai on here. That's crazy.
How do I believe this? You better figure that shit out.
Hold on. Let me find something. Let me. God damn it! It's not Sherlock Oates. God damn it!
Haha,
I tried.
I'm gonna get to it before you can change it.
I was wanted to see. But no, I know that I used to like, because I used to be really into anime, and I know I would have had some that I like listed just like one or whatever. There was an anime I saw when I was a kid that was just basically pornography, like ecchi shit. And the only thing, like, it was a battle royale where if your tits showed, it meant you died and you lost the game. Like, if all of, like, that's how they signified, like, hey, that's how you lost. And I remember, yeah, I remember this girl, because it was like, oh, if you make it to the end, you get a wish, but if you don't make it to the end, like, it was implied that something horrible happened to you, but I was a child, so I didn't understand what happened to any of these women. It was, like, kind of implied that they died.
Oh.
Or were, like, I don't know, maybe they were sex trafficked? I don't know. But this girl was like, yeah, I'm gonna join this battle royale because I'm like a professional kung fu player because somebody just disappeared this new friend that I made and I want to get her back. And so she joined to save her friend, and she like basically it's implied that she kills a bunch of people, but really all she does is make them naked. And then they cry and they're like, you've ruined my life and my chances for a good future. And then she gets to the end and she like gets her one wish, and then it's revealed that her friend hadn't actually been kidnapped. She just kind of like staged it to make her go into this battle royale to make her feel bad for killing all of those people and making them naked. And then she like falls into a pit of despair. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this?
I don't fucking know like, what you're describing.
It was one of the most wild things I've ever seen. Hold on. Anime about battle royale girl tits.
Tits. That'll help.
Tits. There's booty royale. Never go down without a fight. That's not booty it. Royale. But it looks very funny.
That's wild. Did she have red gloves?
I believe she did. Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
What is this called?
You left a rating for it. Oh my god.
You vaguely... It was on Netflix.
The hentai?
No, the horrible ecchi.
Oh.
I went to find this, and instead I...
Is that just the fucking... What is it called? It's like just straight up... Oh, I'm on the wrong... Isn't that just straight up the damn... The like ass fighting anime, or no?
No, they were not fighting with asses. They were punching and like beating each other up.
Word.
But I cannot remember. Yeah, this one is older. One of them was like a teacher.
Can you...
Fighting anime about girls with big boobs. This is not helping.
That is not helping. One of them was a teacher? The girl? Wait.
Yeah, one of the fighting girls.
Is it Assassination Classroom?
No, very much no.
I don't know. That sounds kind of similar.
I'm desperate.
All right, run it by me again. I'm gonna try to use my brain. It's about girls fighting.
Yes.
And
so this girl is like a master kung fu player.
Okay.
Her mom used to be like a professional fighter, but never talked about those days. And I think she died. And so then this girl is like going about her day to day, and is like, yeah. I might have found it.
What is it?
What anime is this? What anime is this? This is from 2007. No, this is Dragon Destiny. This is not the same. But yeah, she like basically she makes this new friend who's like super scared, and she's like, I'm on the run, blah 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 blah. And then she's like, oh, like the girl gets kidnapped. She's like yoinked into a van, and they're like, if you want to save her, you must fight. And so she goes and she like implied kills a bunch of people, or like just ruins them forever. And then at the end of it, like each time it's like her fighting, and like each time they fight they lose a bit more clothes, and they're defeated when they lose all their clothes. And then it just goes about that for like her just fighting different people. It's like quite episodic, and then they get to the end, and then it's like, oh, everything you've known your entire life is a lie. All of your friends have secretly been against you this entire time. You've just ruined all of these people that had real hopes and dreams. And the thing that you wanted isn't even real. But you still get your wish if you want it. And also, like, here's $1 million. And she's like, I don't want to do this. And I don't know what the fuck to do with any of that information. All I remember, it was horrible. I hated it.
Keep getting Kill la Kill.
It's not Kill la Kill.
I know it's not. That's why I said I keep getting Kill la Kill, but it's not.
I'm gonna look up 10 problematic 2000s animes you only liked because you were a teen when you watched them.
Yeah.
Elven Lied is another one I wasn't actually allowed to watch. Or in high school, aged fine. Fuck you. I hate this listicle.
I love Elfen Lied. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a bad time.
Yeah, it's supposed to suck. I wasn't allowed to watch it as a kid. I don't know why that's where the line was drawn. Let's see. Let's look up the anime.
I found something. Oh my god. I'm being bombarded by the worst thing I've ever seen. Shitty UI. Off. Is it? I don't think this is what I thought it was gonna be. Thing I saw was Cutie Honey, but that I don't think is it.
I'm so desperate to find this. Let's see.
I need a fucking synopsis.
Advanced search. Type. Don't know. Status finished airing.
Word for synopsis. Yeah, after I said it.
Combat sports.
Honey's uncle gets kidnapped by the evil criminal gang known as Panther Claw. Meanwhile, the same crime group has been...
Sorry, you're removing hentai from the list so you can show it. Coward. What if I search this by score negative? Iron Virgin June is the least popular on this list. I found it!
What is it?
It is Zetai Shogeki, Platonic Heart. The story centers on the Platonic Heart, a jewel that, according to old urban legend, can grant any wish when collected. Only a chosen few are allowed to compete in the Platonic Heart hunt, and a high school junior, Aya Isishima, is one of 11 girls and women who are taking part. This is such a bad synopsis of the plot. Let me see if Wikipedia can help me at all.
The thing I'm looking at almost looks like a visual novel.
Yeah, but it's...
I mean, they're not mutually exclusive. They could be both.
Yeah, it's an OVA. Yeah, so the main character is a second year in high school. She's cheerful and pleasant. She has a crush on her best friend's brother, but she has angsty moods where she mopes into whines. She's pulled into the tournament when Miko drops out and mysteriously disappears. She's a capable fighter, having learned fighting techniques from her mother. When she fights, she can turn into a maddening rage, resulting in devastating damage. Miko is a shrine maiden. She initially fights against some random young woman dressed as a flight attendant. And then the main character defeats the flight attendant, and Miko says she's participating in a tournament that grants any wish upon victory. Seeing that her wish of making friends was fulfilled by Aya, she tries to withdraw from the tournament, but is mysteriously vanished. She later appears at the end of the series as a vengeance-filled enemy of Aya, as her mother and her aunt were involved in a previous tournament with Aya's mother, ruining their lives. Miko reveals that her father is also Aya's father, even though Aya believed that he died in a car accident. In actuality, he stabbed... He stabbed Miko's mom on Miko's 4th birthday and was killed by Miko's aunt on the same day. Miko has been looking for the mother and daughter main character duo her entire life. Finally achieved her goal by meeting her cousins, which were Aya's friends, and then they all like hatched this plot to fucking kill Aya.
Crazy fucking show.
Yeah, it was horrible.
And you think it shouldn't exist?
I think it shouldn't exist. It was an OVA. It wasn't very popular. But why was it made? It's an adaptation from a manga. Or, hold on. Okay. Oh, October. I think these things were made at the same time. Yeah, they were. They really decided both of these things need to exist.
I mean, hey. Who am I? I'm just a fella. I don't know shit. There's 5 episodes. Reception.
Oh, if they lose the fight, they would go into, quote, the Dark Realm.
Oh, they got
this Dark Realm is never really... This Dark Realm is never really explained. And once you get to the end of the series, you understand why. What the fuck happens in the Dark Realm? You can't just say that and then not explain what happens to the Dark Realm.
I think you know.
What happens in the Dark Realm?
You know what happens. You've been on the internet.
Anyway, that's my least favorite anime.
That's very fair. Hi, Skipper. We're talking about.
I'm glad this took 2 hours to find.
It only took 1 hour.
And half of that was spent talking about Miku.
Half of it was spent talking about Miku, and the other half was spent talking about cursed media. If you want to know and hear me and Alfie furiously typing to look up things and you missed it, you're gonna have to go either rewind or go on the YouTube and just use your imagination.
It used to be a pachinko game.
That makes a lot of sense.
Does it? That's crazy.
Pachinko is like just like the epitome of just like the worst, like it's just non-stop fucking stimulus. So imagining like titties out and like women fighting and then just like the sound of like 1,000 fucking balls falling at the speed of sound and running into each other, and then like fucking women there with their clothes getting ripped off and then like just yeah. No, I'm picturing it clearly in my mind's eye, and I'm telling you, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
They also have an Evangelion pachinko machine. I don't understand pachinko. It seems awful. They had a pachinko thing at a convention I went to one time, and I was like, oh, I've heard of this. I don't really know what it is. So they're like, here's some like fucking little metal balls in a cup. Like a clear like solo cup from a dentist. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And you just like pour them in the machine and they just like like pinball, but you have no control at all. You're playing like Plinko. But it's worse because they're all just running into each other and it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Plinko is a party, it's just gambling. But yeah, we talked about that, but yeah, no, I think I agree some of these things definitely should not exist. But, you know, everything has its purpose or whatever.
Okay, so apparently in the anime, being sent to the Dark Realm does just mean that they fucking kill you.
Oh, okay, so it's like
apparently
Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's the twist. I've not seen Yu-Gi-Oh! No, they just fully, like, they're like, oh, yes, when you die, you get sent to the Dark Realm, just so that, like, you don't feel as bad about it. But, like, once they're knocked out, they, like take the women and they drag them behind a corner and they, like, shiv them to death.
Oh my god. That's a crazy, like, they just like, well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was originally you die, but because death is bad, you get sent to permanent super hell, which is not bad for kids. Yeah, so in Yu-Gi-Oh! Originally, you going to the Shadow Realm just means that you straight up fucking die. But they were like, ooh, we're trying to put this on our kids' channel, so we're gonna change that, because that's a little much. And then they were like, you're going to the Shadow Realm. So, yeah. That was it. Also, rip YouTube. This shit is gonna get suppressed as hell. I think even just saying Fukuona Girl will, like, immediate suppression. Oh, I don't know.
No, you can say it because they have the song. They have multiple video essays about it, and they have the original Fukuona Girl uploaded to YouTube.
The one where she's like getting electrocuted?
Yeah.
Damn.
And the one with her intestines.
They can just show that shit?
Yeah, it's animated.
Oh, I forgot.
It doesn't have breasts. It just has flesh.
Oh man. Okay. I didn't find it on YouTube. I had to go to some other fucking weird ass website. How the 90s dub, whenever someone died, they didn't die, they were sent to the next dimension. You still got slots for chatting in this thing. Yeah, so I have, because I have to like wait for my schedule to come out, I have a lot of slots open on the week of, not next week, but the week after. I can send you it whenever I get a chance. Probably either like later tonight or Sunday. But yeah, you're definitely welcome to come chat with me, Sherlock. Anyway, sorry, but yes, I do. And the last question on here is, what is your animation hear me out? And this can be like, no, if you already have an answer, you go.
No, you go.
I was gonna say, if you have, like, if you have something that you just, basically like a hot take, or something that you think might be underrated, and you think more people should give a chance, just something of that nature.
A little known YouTube channel does little animatic from time to time. Called Tiramisu.
God damn it.
Make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell for more videos every weekdays, whenever
Whenever they
Hero
happen.
has these.
Whenever
Join their
I
Discord for a schedule, and you can see every week when they have them.
I usually will put the schedule on YouTube as well, like in the community posts.
I'd be called a shill.
You are a shill, but I'm not mad about it. But I think that a lot of the shit that I like, I feel like is inherently my my
I don't
animation
feel
coming
shame.
out. I don't feel shame. I just wish more people liked certain things, and then I also feel like it's not like that I'm ashamed of liking things, because I'm very much not. Like, I'm not afraid to be like, I like Homestuck, I like My Little Pony, I like fucking Has-Been Hotel and shit, and those are all pretty, like, can become controversial statements for people. I'm like, I'll fucking like what I want, dude. You don't have to watch it. I'm not asking you to watch it unless I think you would like it, and then I would say, hey, maybe check this out. But if I'm like, to the average human being, can become.
I think bees don't come.
Yeah, they do.
Only one. They explode.
Yeah, but that they still do it at least once. I like problematic media. How dare I? I better cut that shit out. Oh no. You love playing platformers, especially if you're getting chased by a big ass worm. I haven't the slightest what you're talking about. If I had to guess, I would say Hollow Knight, because it has bugs in it.
Worm.
Platforming worm. I like Hell of a Boss, though. I like both. I like Hell of a Boss and Has-Been Hotel. And I know
I wasn't a really big fan
of either.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I wanted to like them, but in the end, I wish it was more subversive.
It's just exactly what you think it is.
Yeah, and it makes it less funny. I know I've talked to Addie about this, but like, because I ended up dropping both of the shows. Hold on. But yeah, like Has-Been Hotel, I thought like was interesting more so than Hell of a Boss, which I did watch all of Hell of a Boss, and I just never really got into it. But Has-Been Hotel, I dropped because it was like I kept expecting the jokes, like especially when it came to like Angel Dust, to be like not exactly what they are. And so it kind of like came to a point where I'm like, okay, we get it, man. We fucking get it.
You're a whore, okay? We get it.
And I'm like, and I wasn't mad at the character. I was mad at the writing, because it would have been so easy to sprinkle in a few like, oh no, it's not exactly what you're thinking about. It's something else that's even more horrible. Like you can do that. Like if you want to be genuine about it, like you can do the whole like, no, it's this but also so much worse, and that's funny. Like just change, like you have to change the expectations if you're going to do humor like that. You can't just keep doing it again and again and again. It's again one of the reasons why Ghost Stories dub was
I think
a little bit lackluster for me.
Yeah, I think Ghost Stories, I've said it, like I watched it and I was like, it's funny sometimes, but I think it gets old really fast.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like the Has-Been, like all the stuff that person makes, I don't know their name. I also think it's a her, but I'm using they because I'm a coward.
The cowards,
but it's like, yeah, I love the cowards they. But yeah, it's just, I wish that there was more variation so I could let my guard down and then be surprised.
Right.
Is like the big thing for me with comedy. Is like expect like the unexpected.
That's fair. I just never expect to laugh at like shows that are comedy, so my appeal is not necessarily that I think that it's funny, but rather that I think that it's interesting, and then I also like the songs and I like the characters. Sometimes it'll sometimes get like a, oh, that's funny from me. Like, oh yeah, that was a good joke.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, there's not really any shows that I'm like, I'm sitting here cackling. So.
Yeah, and I think for me, like, because it was also hyped up because everyone, like, all of my friends really liked the show, it really got, like,
you were like,
amped
oh,
up in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, people were like, no, ignore everything you've heard. It's one of my favorite things. And I watch it and I go, like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's just kind of boring.
That's fair. I mean, I like it. I think it's pretty good.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah,
I have no like problems towards people that like it.
No. Well, my point was like, I wouldn't say that it's like phenomenal. Like, I'm not gonna. It's not like in my top animations that I'm like, this is like, this storytelling is like fantastic and this. Like, I wouldn't put it there. Yeah. Like, I objectively think Common Side Effects is a way better show than
I've not even heard of that one.
No one has. Everyone should watch it. Ghost Stories was 10/10 peak when you were 13, and now it's not very good. You hear me out?
Yeah, it's not. There's like a couple good moments. There's like a couple funny moments in like a Cards Against Humanity kind of way where it's like so outlandish. And I think it probably was funnier back in the day because we didn't have so much subversive media.
Yeah.
Where it was like, because it kind of came out like when YouTube was even still really new. So like we weren't used to the shock comedy as much.
Yeah. I think that
you do find the Rabbi Bit Bunny. Yeah, there's a few really fucking good bits. I love the continuing bit about their mom being a lesbian. That's so funny.
I think that it's best consumed as like YouTube highlights. I don't think watching. I don't think watching the full show is necessary. Oh no. Oh, I know Shantae. I've heard good things about it, but I know nothing else. You tell me you killed a baby and I would Rafflecopter. Would she cringe too much and not be able to watch it? Is that your hear me out? Oh no, that's your bar for hear me out. Can the wife handle it? Is your
ma'am? Why are you doing this?
I don't know. I just wanted to draw a bunch of pictures for my friends.
I would never call you ma'am. I don't respect you.
Okay. I already know you don't respect me because because you no longer ask me to do things. You just assume I'm gonna be there. Because like you are. I always are. No, you're right. I just think it's very funny. Sham. I'll be Shazam. I'm a sham. I'm a liar. I'm a con man. Midnight Toker. Ghost Stories is basically an abridged series and a YouTube poop at the same time. That's a really good description. I'll agree with that. Anyone ever asked me what Ghost Stories is? That's now going to be my go-to descriptor of it.
Wait, how did they describe it? I can't see YouTube chat.
An abridged series and a YouTube poop had a baby, and that's Ghost Stories.
Oh, yeah. I always think of it as, like, the official abridged series.
Yeah.
And I almost wish they would, like, redo it, like, more modern, like, with more modern humor taste.
Isn't that just, like, the Sonic fan dub?
Yeah, pretty much. I love the Sonic fan dub.
They're doing somebody who told me this. Somebody told me that they're about to do a Kingdom Hearts. They're gonna fan dub Kingdom Hearts. I don't know how they're gonna do that shit.
There's so much of it.
I know. That's why I'm like, I don't know how they're gonna do that. And I'm sure it sounds like a big undertaking. Like, somebody said that they literally have a trailer telling that they're gonna do it. Hellsing is a good fan dub. Or a good abridged series, I suppose.
Yeah, I really liked the Sword Art Online one when it came out. I think that thing died.
The Sword Art Online one? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Of the what games? I don't know what that is. Oh, yes I do. Yes I do. Yes I do. Yes I do. The Project Moon games.
I don't know.
Some call me Tiffany. It's Lobotomy Corp and their games.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. I played Lobotomy Corp thinking that like it was a nothing game that like nobody really gave a shit about. Fully unaware that like it apparently has this giant like fan base.
Oh.
Yeah, and like it has multiple installments. So it has like a fucking like gacha game. It has like a prequel, maybe a sequel. I'm not sure which one it is, but it has like there are multiple installments of Lobotomy Corp. Like it has like a full universe and like a.
That's interesting.
I had no idea. And then I started playing it, and people started showing up and being like, "Oh yeah, this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other," and I'm like.
I was like, oh, how do you know this? How do you know this?
They're like, I know everything. I am a aficionado. And I'm like, well, shit. Should I choose this one or this one? Yeah, like, what's going on? Because apparently there's, like, some really well-known, like, bugs. And I chose one of the ones that are bugged. And they're like, don't ever use that. It's broken. I'm like, oh, okay.
Are they fixing it?
No. Oh. They are not going to fix it. They just accept that it's broken. Is it like a dead game? Lobotomy Corp, I think they just are done with it, but they have a gacha game, I think is Limbus Company, which is updated. It's not necessarily a dead game so much as is like, it was never meant to be like, it was just like released and done. They weren't trying to like,
I mean...
Yeah, it's like a.
I still feel like if it don't work.
Well, see, the community made mods that fixed the bugs, so the devs were just like, "Oh well, they fixed it." Limbus dick in your mouth. SOA abridged reference. Well. Oh, I thought you were talking about Homeboy, the other one, Hellsing. I like the Dragon Ball Z abridged. I watched it with my sibling at Christmas one time, and we just sat there with like one headphone in one ear and one headphone in the other ear, and we were like just sitting on the couch watching it. Very like a teenager behavior. Oh. Dragon's Balls P.
Oh.
I'm just reading.
Oh.
I've been told that the fan base isn't that big, they're just very passionate.
Huh.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the best way for a fan base to be honest.
Yeah. I've had good experiences with it, and I really like the art style from Lobotomy Corp. I will say some people get very touchy. They are like, you're a fucking idiot and you're not doing this right.
Oh no.
I'm just like, then leave. If this is upsetting you gotta go, here. Brother.
Yeah. Log off. Touch grass.
Yeah. Most people are just genuinely trying to like help out like with the backseating. And I'm not like, they're just like, you know, sharing like the thing about the bug. I'm like, that's very helpful. And then a lot of people, they're very good about like not spoiling anything, and I appreciate it. It's been pretty good. That is to say, if you ever want to play Lobotomy Corp, it's fun.
Okay.
It is a roguelike, apparently. I don't play it like a roguelike because I'm an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lobotomy Corp was made by 10 people. So... No, I'm not hard on it. And it was, like, funded by a Kickstarter, I think.
Huh.
And now it's,
That's
like,
nice.
this multi-project thing. So, it's nice. Yeah. You struggle a lot with that? Not spoiling things? I don't think you guys have spoiled anything. I mean, if you have, then I just don't even notice, because it's just, like... It's only a spoiler if you know, you know? I remember one time... No, you talk. I've been talking too much.
No, I was just coughing to clear my throat.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I remember one time I had like a class Facebook or something.
Yeah.
And the teacher professor was like, Deadpool just came out, nobody posts spoilers about it. And I posted something that just said like, have you seen, like, I guess the original Deadpool? Like the first one?
Yeah.
So there's a character in it named Ajax. And, you know, Deadpool calls him Francis.
Uh-huh.
I literally just posted, like, the soap Ajax, and then it had, like, tape over it that said Francis. And I'm like, that's not a spoiler. Like, it just looks like dumb nonsense if you don't know what it's talking about. So I'm like, that's not a spoiler. That's a if you know, you know. In my humble opinion.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't say it was a spoiler, nobody would have known it was from Deadpool. It's a spooler. Well, my teacher thought it was, and he said, take that shit down. I should.
So what?
So what? I did it. I took it down, but I was like, this is stupid.
I
didn't
don't
do
have to be
anything
happy
wrong.
about it.
I'm mad. They already saw it. They already fucking saw it, idiot. Chimney Chonga. I love browser sources. What's not to love? I'm drawing my friend.
I do that. No. Over here?
No?
Maybe? No.
I don't draw my friend?
I'm working on browser overlay.
Oh,
I'm trying
luck.
to decide placement. I don't know how to center stuff.
Who did I kill? My friend? I would
To
never.
death.
I don't like to kill my friend.
You killed them to death.
I didn't know. I didn't know. Oh no, my teacher's still alive. I think. I
For
actually
now.
don't know. I didn't kill him. If he's dead, it wasn't my fault. But speaking back on animation,
Hello.
trying to think. Because my last thing
That's
was
allowed.
a animation Hear Me Out. And you kind of don't, you said you don't really have one.
Yeah, Okay, can I give instead of hear me out, can I bitch about my favorite anime?
Yeah, you can bitch about whatever you want.
Because it's like because I really love Violet Evergarden. It's probably one of my favorite anime of all time. I think the animation is stunning. And I love how like they don't really do background characters. Everyone looks like fully fleshed out, all this other stuff. It makes zero goddamn sense, except for the fact that it was written by a pervert, I'm sure. Why the titular Violet Evergarden is 14 years old. I don't like it. She gets together with like a 30-year-old man.
That's so funny because so Violet Evergarden was Bananas Hear Me Out. And
is it because she's fucking 14?
No, it was because of the second part. That the guy that she ends up getting with at the end of the show.
He's hot. He's too old for her.
Well, apparently he's also the one that like made her into a child soldier.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did that, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't remember the lore of it. Banania would know better than I do. Did Banania talk about like the lore of like her child soldierness?
Banania, I don't know if she said the lore of the child soldierness, just that she was a child soldier and that the only reason she is using it as a hear me out is because she's like, yeah, the ending is fucked. Everything else is so beautiful. The animation is so great. There's so much like wonderful background details. Like there was a lot of care put into like the crafting of everything, and then then apparently like the story is really good and stuff like that. And then they make the 14-year-old girl get together with her fucking like abuser, or like,
yeah.
I'm like, ain't that the way?
So basically the lore of Violet as a person is that like her man's like brother was the captain of a ship in the Navy, and they found her on like a desert island, like just completely on her own, like stranded there. She'd been like surviving on her own, and so they like picked her up and they put her on the ship, and they're like, we'll like take you back, I guess. But he was like super pissed off about other shit, and like his men tried to like do bad shit to her. At this point she was like probably 10, because keep in mind she's only 14 by the start of the show. And she fucking kills them all.
Good.
Because she's a queen. So she kills them all, and he's like, oh, she's like really good at killing grown men. I bet we soldiers could use her. So he like takes her back home, and he's like, hey brother, would you like a child slave that we picked up from an island?
And he's like,
just
why didn't you ask sooner?
He is like, oh, what the fuck, dog? Because he also doesn't like his brother, because his brother's like an asshole. Fucking clearly. But he was basically like, hey, listen, this is not cool. Like, I understand she can kill people, but I'm not going to do that. Until he like got, I guess, permission from the government and just kind of changed his mind.
As you do.
And so how they got around it with the army doesn't really love child soldiers thing, especially not child girl soldiers, is that they registered her under the name they gave her, because they named her Violet, and they registered her as as if she was a gun. Like they registered her as a piece of equipment. And then they registered the man as being her user. Basically, like her operator. And so basically he was like, yeah, as long as you treat her like a tool, it's fine. And then he was like, no, I want to be nice to the child. And so then that's why she's like a doll, but also is like weirdly codependent with this grown-ass man.
That's crazy.
So his whole thing was like, yeah, I'm gonna say that I want you to have a better life, but also not do jack shit in practice.
I'm not gonna do anything, and then we're gonna get married.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. I can see how that would be bananas. Hear me out. I get it now.
Yeah, but it's like all of this is like barely fucking mentioned. Like it's mentioned as like explicitly like, hey, this is a really bad thing to happen to her, and every single part of this is super fucked up. And so you would hope that the story would become like, because her whole storyline is like, hey, the only like I heard like because she was taught how to speak by like and taught how to understand language by like these two men, and like by her time in the service because she didn't speak or anything. And so she's like, I heard these new words. Yeah. She's like, I heard I love you for the first time when this guy was dying. She believes he's dead. And she's like, I want, maybe she doesn't, I don't know. But she's like, I want to know what those words meant because that was my only time ever hearing them. And so then she learns that like, I love you means this whole thing. So she goes on her little writing mission to learn what I love you is so she can go and talk to people who've experienced love. And it's like really cute. I would love if she had learned like, hey, that was my dad. Boogie woogie woogie. Or like, hey, that guy didn't know what love was. Love is all of these different things that I've learned along the way. But instead, no. She learns, hey, my dad boyfriend is alive. I'm going to go fuck him now.
Not dad boyfriend.
The doyfriend.
Not the doyfriend. Ugh. That's vile.
Yeah, it's repugnant. And it's so upsetting. It's so upsetting.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
I wish he had stayed dead.
Why are you alive?
Because it's even like, I can even justify her being in love with him as like, you know, kids, fucking dumbasses, whatever. As long as he stays dead, like, it's sure, you can be in love with a dead man. But it's like, no, when he's alive, it's weird.
You have to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm gonna start screaming and crying.
Yep. How the fuck do I send her elements?
In what?
In stream elements overlay.
I think there's a center button.
I can't do it.
I cannot help you. I might have the stupid.
What's
as it
wrong?
turns out. This eyeball looks weird. I don't like that.
Oh, don't say my eyes look weird.
It's not you. I already finished.
My eyeballs! Oh, I'm done?
Yeah.
You're done with me already?
As if I'm not gonna see you tomorrow for like 17
hours. No, you're
hours.
completely done with me. You're done with me.
No monster prom, no monster camp, no Marvel Rivals, no whatever thing we're gonna do that I will just be participating in against my will. None of that. Doy friend me when I'm dating Homer Simpson. That's stupid. I like it. But yeah, I've never heard that aspect of Violet Evergarden until I talked to you and Banana. I only ever hear that it's really, really beautiful.
Yeah, because it's not relevant at all to the fucking story, and I don't...
And I'm mad.
I'm mad.
I'm so fucking mad.
I'm so fucking mad.
I'm gonna start fucking screaming. And then you have the feminine equivalent, which is goyfriend. I think it would be moyfriend or merlfriend. Because it would be like your mom. Your mom, dad. Mom, girlfriend.
Mom, dad?
Mom, dad. Your mom, boyfriend.
What is the
mom,
dimensions of a
girlfriend.
monitor? Like a 1080p monitor?
1080 by 12 or 1920.
1920, 1080. Okay, that is. Thank you.
I think.
I had
Yes.
I had it to 1980, and I was like, that's not correct.
Have I watched anime Harry Potter? It's called The Familiar of Zero. No, I have not. But I can use Google and look it up real quick. I like this girl with pink hair.
I love girls with pink hair.
You would.
I would.
Is this girl with pink hair the familiar? And is Zero this like generic anime man? Oh, I see titties. And there's another tan woman with like pink hair. And big titties. It's an
I'm sensing a trend.
Does look older. Based on the art style. He's like, hee hee, I like the titty. And then the other one was like, meh, titty.
Meh, titty.
Real anime is Negima? I don't know what that is. I don't know what shit is. What? I don't know anything.
Chat, do you care about doing tasks?
What do you mean?
Should I get rid of the chat's tasks? I think I don't need it.
I sent you a picture.
Oh, picture.
Also, I turned off
I have seen this one. Yeah, the boy is the familiar.
The boy is the familiar?
Yeah, the boy's sucked off isekai'd from somewhere else, and now he has to serve the little tsundere. I don't actually like this anime, I don't think.
Oh, damn.
Addie, if you're going to use the chat tasks when we do co-working streams, I'll leave it up, but I don't think you're going to.
What are the chat tasks? Is it like you can just add your own? Or is
yeah,
it
you can do like ! add task, and it'll add it to, like, they should be able to do it right now, assuming I have Stream Element Bot. If I do add task test or something, I might not have Stream Element Bot.
I closed
Stream
my
Elements
thing.
is already a moderator.
Wanted to make sure that I don't accidentally show my shit on stream saving files, because that would make me mad. Shut up.
Okay.
Don't be looking at my shit, dude.
I'm looking at your shit. I'm looking at all your shit. I see it. I see it.
Wait.
I see your shit.
Stop!
I'm looking at your shit.
You're pissing me off. I'm gonna start screaming and peeing everywhere because I'm a dog that's stressed out. Is that what you want?
Your shit and your piss.
Oh, god damn it. If you're gonna look at it, can you like at least clean it up or something?
No.
What are you good for? Mom, Alfie's looking at my shit! Mom! The, like, actual desire to call my mom right now.
And just say, Alfie's looking at my shit.
Say, Mom, I'm streaming and Alfie's looking at my shit. And then her be like, who's Alfie?
Aren't you supposed to watch a stream?
Huh? Yeah, she don't
You're
know.
supposed to watch a stream.
I'm gonna fucking call my mom.
Call your mom. Put her on speaker. I want to hear.
Mom, hold on. I'm putting everything muted right now because I'm gonna have to tell my mom that I'm streaming. My mom is on the call. I'm telling on you.
Hi, Mom.
Alfie's looking at my shit. Tell them to stop.
Oh no!
I'm allowed to look at your shit.
Alfie's looking at my shit. Tell them to stop.
Alfie?
Yeah.
My other daughter?
No.
Who is Alfie?
Hi, Mom.
I don't know Alfie.
Alfie is the one that I was streaming with for churning and burning.
I couldn't do turning and burning.
What are you-
I was too... Where was God? I had to
No,
Go home, listen, day too.
you were there for Churning and Burning. It was in October. Who I was talking to who did the burning stuff.
Okay.
Now tell them to stop. Tell them to stop looking at my shit. That was good. They
That
said
was really good.
They said they'll stop.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll never stop.
They said they'll never stop. Tell them again. Tell them to stop. They're evil, mommy. They're evil.
I'm not evil. Don't
Yeah,
lie
they're
to your
evil.
mommy.
I'm not lying to my mom. You
Don't
said you weren't
lie
gonna
to your
stop.
mommy.
I'm not lying. You said you weren't gonna stop.
There's nothing wrong with looking at your shit.
There's everything
It's
wrong
there
with
on the
looking at my
internet for
shit.
everyone to
I
see.
told you not to look at it. That's what's wrong. I didn't get consent.
Then why are you live on the public internet for everyone? God.
That's what you sound like.
You're a little stinky dog.
Alfie called me a stinky dog.
Who did Alfie? How do you stinky poopy?
Yeah.
Stinky puppy dog.
Yeah, they call me a stinky puppy dog.
Cat. They call her stinky pussy cat.
Well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try to fight my own battles like a big boy. But I love you, and I
You're
am.
a very little man.
You're my big boy. You go out there,
Thank
kill
you.
Fraser, and you knock him dead, okay?
I'll do that.
All right, knock him out, baby doll. Love you.
I love you too.
Knock me
Bye.
out.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock your ass out.
You're gonna kill me.
My mom said I
You're
had
gonna
to.
send me to the dark plane. I'm gonna be naked.
You could barely hear my grandma. Good. I'm gonna double check.
Was that your grandma? I thought that was your mom.
That one was my mom was the one who was telling you to stop. My grandma was the one that was answering the phone that you guys didn't hear. Thank God.
Aw.
I'm gonna have to go back in the stream and make sure. I might literally have to cut
Yeah,
it
you
out.
can mute that part of the YouTube.
Yeah. But yeah, my
Man, I
mom
can't believe
said
this is being
to-
demonetized because your mom called me a pussy.
No, my mom was talking to her actual cat. She said, like this little stinky pussy cat.
I thought she was saying to call me a stinky little pussy cat.
No. She was saying, like this stinky little pussy cat. And I was
Oh.
like, yeah. Alfie called me stinky. I love my mom. That whole bit should be a YouTube short. I'll do something about it.
I'll work on it. I'll work on it.
I'll work on it. I love calling my family for bits.
It's so funny.
I love
Unfortunately,
my
I
mom.
don't trust my parents.
I think it's okay. I'm gonna have to tell my mom to watch this episode so that, because I think she'll think it's funny that she's on the internet. But yeah. Stop. Basically. Also, my mom said so. And I bet you my grandma would say so too. Yeah. So don't be looking at my shit.
It's so hard.
Close your fucking eyes. Come here. Your favorite Terraform emote is the come here. I need to get rid of the white outline around it. I thought that it helped it pop out, but it just doesn't really do anything except be a white outline and look like an accident. So. Not an issue. But yeah.
I'm trying
What are you trying to do?
to understand.
What are you trying to understand?
I'm
You know what? I'm
trying
gonna
to
go to
make
your
this work, and it's not working.
That I don't want to go to YouTube. Heck off.
I'm going
Ooh.
to message banana, but not banana bun.
Bunifer.
How do I make command? Because that's what I do not.
I got an ad. I was trying to see your thing. To-do list, talk about Miku, make just chatting stream. Can I add on the to-do list?
No, and that's the problem. Because, like, the things on the left, it's meant to be if you do, like, exclamation mark new task or whatever. Let me look at the commands list. If you do exclamation mark new task, it adds a new task. So you can do exclamation mark new task and then thing. And it's meant to add it, but it doesn't. And I don't know why. Why does it work when you do it and it doesn't work when oh my god, it works now!
Yeah, I think that it's just sometimes if you're using stream elements or whatever, it just takes a second because the same thing happened whenever I did the bully one.
No, because never mind, I got it. But no, like, because I did like exclamation mark like help or like exclamation mark new task like help or test or something like that earlier, and it just never showed up. I feel like the text is kind of small.
I will help you. I will help you. Do you still want to work on that, or did you want to go play your thing?
I'm fine to keep yapping for as long as you want to yap.
Well, I was going to transition into the part of the day where I watch animations and stuff, but you are welcome to stay and watch them with me if you want. I can share them. You don't have to.
I do want to.
It's up to you.
Yeah, can do. I can just slap a little shared thing on. Time to transition! Yeah!
We're pro-trans here. And some of us are trans pros.
Yo, I feel... Are we... I don't know if I would consider myself a trans pro.
No.
Because I'm like, I feel like I've... How long have you known your gender's not been feminine?
I think I had inklings as a teenager because I knew that I didn't want to, like, be called, like, girl-adjacent things. And some people were like, that's, like, tomboy. But I know that, like, whoever I was dating at the time in high school, I was like, would you still, like me if I was a worm? Pretty much. I would just be like, would you still love me if I was, like, a boy? And then when they were like, no, it made me very upset.
Oh.
And then I made them realize that they're bisexual, so...
They thought about it and they're like, well, actually...
They're like, I don't know.
I feel so bad for all the people that had to deal with me during my, like, sexuality crisis, because I always knew that I wasn't a girl. I went through, like, a brief phase, like, yeah, I'm a girl boss, like, when I was, like, a child, and then I hit puberty, and I was like, brother, no thank you. But sexuality I struggled with, like, up through college. Like, I broke up with a boy, and I was like, hey, I think I might just only like women. My next girlfriend I broke up with her, and I'm like, I think I might not like women. I was just constantly back and forth, and it ruined everyone's day around me. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm indecisive. I used to run, like, little Tumblr aesthetic blogs. Oh, I just realized you're hiding chat.
Am I?
No, on mine. For me, not for you. For you, you're fine.
I was like, I was never girl stinky. So true.
Girl stinky and smelly. But what was he? I forgot what I was saying.
Do you know the series Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai? I know of it. I know nothing about it.
This sounds familiar. I don't know anything.
I think most people just call it Bunny Girl Senpai.
But yeah, what's the show about?
I have no idea. I only know that it exists. Somebody in Sinclair in the YouTube chat was like, I own the German version of or I think it's German. I don't want to be stupid, of the DVD. And I'm like, no, I don't really know it for real. But yeah, I think I'm gonna transition into trying to get the shows on.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna end.
And what, you're just gonna do like a little react?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just like, it's just however many people sent stuff. I'm gonna react, give my like opinions on like the animation style and stuff like that. If it's like, a lot of them are just YouTube shorts, I think. And some of them are TikToks. Or I think a lot of them are TikToks actually, because I think most of them were given by Sherlock.
Sherlock, our TikTok king. Ticky tacky.
Ticky tacky. Ricky ticky tacky. Alright, I think
Ticky tabby motherfucker.
There's a whole mess of them. But, let's fix this shite. I'll share with you my... And I'll turn off the Epic the Musical. You have the light novels? Oh. I've heard that Bunny Girl's really good. But yeah, thank you guys for coming to the animation. If you wanna still chill out, you're totally welcome to come to Twitch. We're gonna be watching animated stuff. If not, then I will see y'all tomorrow for more animation and maybe other things. I'm not entirely sure. Actually, no, tomorrow there is no animation bit. But there might be a Lobotomy Corporation, there might not. Not sure. We'll see.
Perhaps.
Mayhaps, perhaps.
Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows?
Nobody knows.
We're gonna speedrun, and we've never once said that we would speedrun and then